All right, welcome back to Sweet Dreams Apiary. So this is our follow along up to our thymol treatment. This is going to be treatment number 2, and then I'm going to crack into these hives. I'm going to make sure I'm probably going to give them a half a pound of pollen patty, and we gave them a little bit of feed throughout the week, just a little bit of nectar to keep that brood stimulation going, trying to make sure she goes. We still got a lot of wasps flying around. I'm going to pop into the brood nest in a couple just to see if I see some fresh eggs or not. And so I'm going to make my thymol cards up now and get them ready for each hive. So this way I'm not sitting around waiting to do it. They're already done. So hopefully we can just crack into these hives and move fast. And thank you guys for following along and watching the series. And hope this is informational to you as it is to us. So with the thing with thymol in a tub of it, always make sure you give it that nice fresh stir to make sure everything's going to get mixed around. And again, just 25-gram doses across each card. I'm going to do 4 treatments of this. So this is just week 2 treatment, and get it going and keep trying to knock these mites down while we can before wintertime. Okay, 7 cards, 7 25-gram doses. Set this off to the side so it's not in my way today. This hive is fairly big and strong, so I like this hive. This hive has been a good hive for us. I'm not even going to check that top box because most of these boxes all had honey in the top boxes, so we're just going to crack right into that brood nest on the bottom. Set that box down there. Oh yeah, okay, so they still got a little bit of pollen patty left over from that pound. Very minimal. Enough that I'm not too worried about that. I do want to take a look at this brood nest and see what they got going on inside here if I can. Clean a little bit of this propolis up. Man, oh man, that's a big chunk of propolis. Let's climb right into this frame here. Okay. Actually, we're backfilled with nectar, pollen, some larvae. So we're actually going to cut the feed on these guys because if they're backfilling her brood nest already, I don't quite want that yet. So let's squish our frames tight again. We're going to add back this little bit of pollen patty here. We're going to give them a fresh bit on the front side. I know you guys can't really see what I'm doing as you guys are just up in the holder. But I promise you, I'm doing everything I talked about. Okay. That hive is done. Half a pound of pollen. Got a full thymol card that they have completely cleaned the gel out of, and they actually propolized around it. So that's kind of neat though, that they eat it all off. That's how it gets transferred around the brood area, which is good for us because that's what we want. We want it transferred around the brood, so this way it's getting taken care of. So now to the next 7 hives. And they had a tiny little bit of pound of pollen left. Again, just like the other one, very minimal pieces of it. I'll see if I can try to show you guys. So a little bit of pollen patty here, and here left over. Not much. So let's crack into this nest and see if I can still find some fresh eggs. Ooh, let's get these girls riled up. Okay, so there's a little bit of cap brood still emerging on this one. Lots of pollen inside there too. And eggs laid up on the outside of it, literally eggs. Okay, so there's eggs, a little bit fresh larva on top of the cap brood that's emerging. So we're going to drop this back in, knowing that that queen has still got some good laying inside there going on right now. While they're down, we're going to give them their pound of pollen, or half a pound. Give them a half pound of pollen patty and their new dose of thymol. Okay, next hive. All right, so these 3 hives all had eggs. I didn't check these 3, but I checked the little one that was the smallest box of bees yet, and there's a full frame of eggs laid up, which is great.
Thanks for watching us do this second treatment this week. Stay tuned next week for our third treatment, see how the bees are doing, and remember to follow your dreams.